They're called crop circles, huge geometrically perfect shapes that literally appear overnight carved right out of farmers' fields. Some believe they're UFO landing pads. Others think they might be some sort of cosmic road sign. And, of course, many people just think they are hoaxes.
Recently, the story of these crop circles took a dramatic turn. For the first time, physical evidence of their creation may have been discovered. At first glance, they look like ancient Roman dinnerware, but some believe they are something far more dramatic, extraterrestrial artifacts left behind by the crop circle's mysterious creators.
The plate is like a map, the map of the crop circles. You know, the same signs you saw on the fields, you saw on the plate.
These are ancient, sacred symbols, and in my opinion, the phenomenon appears to reawaken our hidden memories of these ancient symbols of communication, to tell mankind that we are really entering a new age, the age when the gods return.
All indications are that this is part of a pattern of powerful, unusual intelligence showing itself on the planet.
Is an alien power drawing messages on a canvas of grain? Are these circles an elaborate global hoax? Our story of the latest development in this mystery begins on the morning of July 20th, 1991, when jogger Hans Slan discovered these patterns carved into the wheat fields of Grasdorf, Germany. 150 feet long and 50 feet wide, they were inscribed with ancient symbols that appeared to be in the lost Celtic language.
This is a message. This is indeed a message by a non-human intelligence.
After receiving a telephone tip, local journalist Claudia Briebach was one of the first investigators to arrive on the scene. She immediately ordered a series of aerial photographs for analysis.
They were just huge. They were really amazing because they were so huge, and I first thought it couldn't be a human being doing this. If it's a human being having done this, it's a genius, really. Because I think it was about 100 meters long, and the circles were exactly made, and it was really beautiful.
Our investigative team invited German researcher and author Michael Hessemann to analyze the origins of the Grasdorf circles. He began with a land survey to determine if the circles could possibly be a hoax.
If you fake them, you would really align them with the tram lines. But they are not in alignment to the tram lines. And it is exactly in an east-west alignment. And so really guide me to the conclusion that we have a real phenomenon and that they are not made by human beings.
Analysis of soil and plant samples taken from the Grasdorf circles revealed some unusual characteristics.
The stalks are bent but not broken. They lay down one by the next one next to each other in a circular pattern. We found molecular changes, we found genetic changes, we found all indications of a great heat.
Scientific tests performed by the Technical University in Berlin showed radiation levels inside the crop circles that were 172% higher than in the field around it. In April, psychic Helga Lundström visited another section of the Grasdorf fields, where the unexplained phenomena had been captured on film.
This is amazing. She really detected the right side of what we call the sun wheel, what is one of the circles we had in the pictogram. And it is really amazing how she, after 2.5 years, really detected the right side for this formation here.
The mystery intensified when metal detector tests of the crop circles uncovered 3 unusual metal plates. Each plate contained an image of the crop circle pictograph, exactly the same design that had been carved on the wheat fields. German historian Moshkote Litvas helped analyze these metal plates that were found to be made of precious metals, bronze, silver, and gold.
I went with the plates with another man together to Berlin. There is an examination institute, a very, very big institute, and they found there is only silver in the silver plate, and the bronze is very unusual. We have never seen metallic plates like this. If you look on this picture, you see there are a lot of circles. But there are only 3 circles surrounded by half circles. And that are the places they found the 3 plates. In all the other circles, they found nothing.
How could such elaborate designs appear overnight in the darkness? Why did these huge symbols mirror the images of the metal plates? These are only 2 of the many questions that surround these mysterious circles.
We may not have an explanation for the Grasdorf circles, but there is evidence that many other crop circles have been man-made.
When we come back, we'll take a close look at a crop circle with a very down-to-earth explanation.
Even true believers can't seem to agree on their purpose. Some say they're UFO landing sites, others some sort of intergalactic art gallery. But to non-believers, there's one word that best describes these circles: hoax.
But recently, in a Maryland field, I learned that hoaxing one of these circles isn't as easy as it looks. In order to find out how a hoax might be executed, we met with sociologist Jim Schnabel. He told us that it was possible to fool some of the people all of the time.
The first formation I made, a friend of mine and I went in, and we had had a few beers, but we were still a bit frightened about being caught. Eventually we got used to it, though, and we made the thing. And within a few days, word got around that this thing had been made, and people started talking about it, and some people said it was a hoax and it was a mess, and other people thought it was genuine. We started learning from our mistakes, and pretty soon people were crowing over the formations we were making. I think there's a possibility that some simple formations around the world are real. I just think that it's a very rare phenomenon, and it's, in any given formation, it's more likely that it was man-made, unless you have some extraordinary evidence which shows that it was made by something else.
But with hundreds of crop circles appearing around the globe every year, compelling evidence suggests that all these circles could not be man-made. Researcher and author Steve Canada has been analyzing the phenomenon for more than 20 years.
The way we can tell that this is a genuine crop circle phenomenon is to look at the properties and verify that the stalks of the plants have been bent at a swollen node, and they continue to grow horizontally. The genuine formations have a smooth swirling to them, that is one direction on top and underneath the opposite. And the other feature that's been found is a weaving kind of effect of the stalks.
Strangely, in every single square foot of this 1993 circle, one wheat stalk was left standing, while the rest of the wheat was smashed flat.
The question would be, how in the world would anyone do that? This is an authentic thing that cannot be duplicated. The British Army's tried. The British Army's been very serious about this. They have tried to reproduce what they have found, and they haven't been able to do it.
Laboratory tests done on the crop circle stalks and seeds reveal mysterious cellular alterations within the grain. University of Michigan professor and biophysicist Dr. W.C. Levengood analyzed these plants and drew some interesting conclusions.
What I find is that in a crop circle formation, the electrical conductivity is entirely different than it is in a control sample or a hoaxed one or a man-made one. These intercellular changes that I'm talking about would be absolutely, there's no way I know of any technology that could go out in the field and replicate this over a circle that's 80 to 100 feet in diameter.
Excited by these new findings, astrophysicist John Burke did a series of electrostatic readings on fresh crop circles.
We did experiments last year which showed that at least some of these electrical changes cannot be produced by people knocking crop down. So regardless of what percentage of these things may be produced by people, there's quite a few of them out there that aren't. And so very definitely we've got some kind of real phenomenon on our hands, yes.
If these elaborate designs are not created by a man-made technology, then who or what is responsible? The answer to that question continues to elude investigators.
Natalie, when you were examining these circles, what conclusions did you come to?
Well, John, with enough manpower and enough time, you can make a crop circle. But these gigantic, mathematically precise circles always appear overnight. And in most cases, no evidence of a hoax has been found. No tire tracks, no footprints, Nothing.
And Encounters will be back in a moment.